The Redskins are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready! 60 yards. Hey, Haywood. SOS. Go.
On 1st and 10, O'Donnell completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Go now. 60 out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Leo.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's how we do, D.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike 54. Here I come. Look, squeeze. Go. Watch the safety creep. He's coming.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Check. Deuce. Look at me. Door. Fan. Look at me. Zipper. Snap.
They're going to try and throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Alert! Hey, alert 33. 53. Mike. Pistol. Pretty quiet, D.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Set. 180. Set is the mic. It's out of time. It's out of time. Regular. Hey. 5-7.
On third down, Mayfield. And he'll find Hall. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Check, 47. Hey, alert. Point it right. Hey, alert 33. Watch the ship. Hey. Shit. I got it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield, flush to his right. Incomplete.
Mayfield on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play fake. Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Watch the twist.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Nick Chubb stopped short. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Throwing on 1st down. O'Donnell. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 18, Gator. 54. Quarterback, go out. Hit it.
On 2nd down, Benjamin. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Check. 10-2 start.
That's a gain of 7.
Be simple.
On 3rd and 2, O'Donnell. And they will be set up up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Well, now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a second down.
180. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's regular.
Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Rattling with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Off play action. O'Donnell. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Third and long for Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Double dog. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got it. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Switch. Check nickel.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Benjamin's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it second down.
54, Mike. 50. Hey, lock it. Check. Watch 54. Squeeze. Hard. Let's go.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Check. Fresno. Hey, check 24. Yep. Check. Rush in. Go. Now.
To throw on 3rd down. O'Donnell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before. The half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On second down, Mayfield again. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run with Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Check. Crouch. Crouch. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Pistol. Hey, check Mike 47. Check. Hurry. Don't let it breathe. Don't let it
Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers. Hey, orbit. Now. 51.
Right here. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. I don't think you got it, son. Check. Lucky. Joker.
Leo. Ready?
A final shot before break. O'Donnell. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken near the 13. And an alley to run. The 40, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 36-yard line.
Check it back.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Let's go.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
180.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mayfield on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Check 55.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check 50.
Hurry, hurry.
Check 55 to Mike. Exit.
Mayfield to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
King. Up.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the 1st down marker anyway, but boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down.
Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 37. Check 37. Check hot route.
To throw again, Patterson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
You got nothing. Look, squeeze. Look at me. Go. Hit it.
From the gun, O'Donnell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ready.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Shoot. Pilot, 64, weak. Bam. Tighten up. You're out. He's checking. Go. Big rip.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, this is a nice little gift-wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal.
Kill. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 3 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Go. Showing it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. O'Donnell. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
180. Check 53. Know your job. 49. Check 49.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They run it again with Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Regular. Run. Switch. Hey, alert. Hurry.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And
oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, O'Donnell. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Come on, the ball. 36, 36. Watch safety.
Rock it.
Safety's creeping.
Yes.
SOS.
Let's go.
From the gun, O'Donnell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Ready. 30 base.
54, right there. 54.
Off the play fake, O'Donnell. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. O'Donnell looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey.
Check the hot read. Whip.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the whip.
Ready.
2nd and 6. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating from the gun, O'Donnell, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Stevenson. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Watch the safety, 61. Matchbox lights.
A run for Nick Chubb, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
They go with Chubb on second down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run. Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Regular.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. 3-7's the mic. 47's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing. Mayfield. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check. Check. Hard. Hit it.
On first down, O'Donnell. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. A give running right is Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
A gain of 4 yards brings up 4th down and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go, D. Hatchet. Check.
Hey, Sam off. 2.
From the gun, O'Donnell going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Five.
Operating from the gun, O'Donnell completes it to Benjamin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Hey, high 7. Back, you draw Corker. Go.
On 1st and 10, O'Donnell, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. Tight on. Hey, Zoo. Now.
Throwing again. O'Donnell. Holmes has got it complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Sponge. Leo.
Big ass.
80 weapons.
He's checking.
Look, squeeze. Look at me. Go. Let's go.
Back to throw. O'Donnell. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
Good.
The Browns drive about to get started, and we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's